Today, there's a lot of talk about the news from my hometown. Companies like Zoom and Deloitte cutting benefits, and here's what nobody is saying. As much as I empathize, and it truly does impact real families who plan their lives around these promises, for seasoned financial planners like my firm, this isn't a surprise. It's a pattern we've seen building for 50 years, and one we help clients get ahead of. Granted, lifestyles are longer, so employers have even decades more to consider contributions of. But it was nice. Our grandparents or parents worked, retired, and received a monthly check for life. That was part of the American success story. Once you committed to a company, security was nearly guaranteed. In my own family, my mom's parents, both Navy veterans, had retirement genuinely secured and were able to spend meaningful time with us because of it. That's what's at stake when we get this wrong. Families deserve to have this thought through properly and realistically. ERISA changed the landscape dramatically. Now, 50 years ago, it sold to workers the great protector of retirement benefits. And in some ways it was, setting minimum standards, creating vesting schedules to ensure the money or portion thereof was guaranteed at a time, I suppose, establishing fiduciary rules. But it also opened the door to tax-advantaged frameworks that allowed corporations to begin systematically shifting retirement risk from the employer onto the worker. And let's be honest, the cost savings were what corporations cared about most. Defined benefit plans, pensions, slowly gave way to defined contribution plans. That one word, contribution versus benefit, tells you everything. The 401k, introduced in 1978, wasn't designed to replace the pension. It became one anyway, by ending guaranteed income and replacing it with matching contributions, which meant employees now had to fund their own retirement, which they weren't required to before. Today, if you're disciplined enough to max it out yourself, you can contribute up to $24,500 annually, or up to $72,000. But most employees never see anywhere near that from employers. The matching started shrinking, quietly, gradually, during every recession, every restructuring, every earnings miss. Now, even at Google, once revered for its benefits, most employees are lucky to see 3% matching. On a $24,500 maximum contribution, that's just $735 a year from your employer. 6% if you're lucky, a whopping $1,470. This amount of contribution monthly is what a lifetime pension guarantee became. It's not a pension at all. It's a footnote. Now it's paid leave that's shrinking. The variable that never changes in these circumstances is leverage. When talent is scarce, benefits expand. When workers have fewer options, the calculus reverses, because the market, not generosity, was always the enforcement mechanism. As the founder of an independent RIA and financial planning firm, as well as real estate brokerage, I've spent my career walking alongside clients at Google, Deloitte, and many companies like them, helping them see these shifts coming before they affect their family's security or long-term goals. The MetLife finding that 76% of workers call paid leave a must-have breaks my heart a little, because most people don't find out it's disappearing until it's already gone. These future retirees likely worked so hard. Families therefore deserve a financial plan built on solid ground, not what employers currently feel generous enough to offer. And here's something worth knowing. Smart benefits restructuring doesn't have to be a loss for everyone. There are ways to structure compensation and benefits that genuinely work for both employers and employees, protecting the bottom line while still honoring the people who show up every day, the ones no company can run without. That conversation is worth having too. If any of this is hitting close to home, please don't figure it out alone. The cost of getting it wrong can mean serious tax penalties, lost financial freedom, and opportunities you can never get back when you really need the optionality for your life. Whether you're an individual planning for your future or a business owner who believes, as I do, that you hire people for careers, not shifts, there are real tax advantages to doing right by your team while protecting have to choose between the two, I'd be honored to show you how. DM me anytime or call 760-766-2163. No excuses, and I respond.